Okay, but why punish all of them because of what Doreen did?
It may appear to be rather harsh, but the women must be made to realize they cannot abuse privileges. For that reason, I had to make an example of Burns.
Well, as you say, it's rather harsh.
There's a lot more at stake than you seem to realize, David. The conjugal visiting scheme was jeopardized because one woman overstepped the mark.
In spite of which, it's still going ahead.
Quite. But if there is any more abuse of privileges, the department may think again. I am prepared to review the censorship situation at a later date. In the meantime, I suggest you consider what the department is prepared to do for the women if they cooperate.
You're referring to the full-time study scheme?
Yes, it's an excellent idea, and I'm just as anxious to introduce it as you are, and I have the department's backing.
Good. When will we be able to start on the Braille machine?
Well, there's a classification meeting tomorrow. If the staff approves the idea, then...
If? You're being a bit pessimistic, aren't you?
Well, let's wait until tomorrow, shall we?
Meg.
Hello, David.
What brings you back here?
Oh, a parole application from one of the women in D block. I want to discuss it with Mrs. Davidson.
Any chance of you being here tomorrow for the Class A meeting?
Well, I'm pretty busy, but if it's something important...
Well, I've set up this program for B. Smith to learn Braille typing, full-time.
Oh, sounds a great idea. Well, what's the problem?
Well, Mrs. Davidson's 100% for it, but she wants the staff to approve it first.
Yes, well, I can't see Vera welcoming the idea. However, the rest of the staff should agree.
Yes, well, that's what I think. But just in case, the more votes I get for it, the better.
You can count on mine.
Thanks. I'll see you there.
Come in. Oh, Meg, sit down. Would you like some tea?
No, thanks.
How did you get on with supervising Chrissy and her baby?
Oh, very well. Although, in my opinion, she doesn't need it. She's absolutely devoted to that baby. And for that reason, I think she'll stay out of trouble.
Is there any progress with her custody case?
No, that's department business.
You're hopeful, though.
Yes, I am. Although the department isn't making any promises. However, Mr. Muirhead seems to think that my report could swing it.
Oh, you think Chrissy could have full custody then?
Hello, V.
G'day.
Thanks, Officer Powell.
So, what's the latest?
The Blind Institute's delighted. They'll be sending a machine out within a week.
Oh, ta-ra.
Don't tell me you've cooled off on the idea.
No, not me. What does the governor say?
She's for it 100%.
The same as she was for the no censorship of mail?
Now, if you knew the facts about...
Oh, I know all the facts, all right. Doreen was a bloody idiot, but why should the rest of us have to suffer?
Look, B, it's all give and take. You and the women show that you can cooperate and you'll get the goods.
Yeah, as soon as we get them, they take them away again, just like the no censorship.
You've got to play the game, B. You can't beat the system. Play the game and you'll get what you want. And this Braille machine's a good example. You're going to have to work on it 5 days a week to get anywhere, which means that you won't be working in the laundry.
So?
Well, what I'm saying is that you'll be losing your laundry wages. You're going to have to exist on the basic allowance.
That's okay. Never was a big spender anyway. I'll just give up fags again, I suppose.
Then you're prepared to go ahead with the scheme?
Yeah, you know what they say. A change is as good as a dirty weekend.
Yes, okay. One last thing to take into account. The main argument that the officers will have against the scheme is that the laundry won't work without you.
Oh, nice to know you're needed.
So you're going to have to convince the other women to make sure that the laundry works, that the output is up to scratch.
Otherwise, I won't be allowed to study full-time, huh?
No, that's about the size of it. Don't give the screws any ammunition against you.
Yeah, you want to be careful. You're beginning to sound like us.
Come on, Dor, you're just like a wet weed.
Well, give the girl a break, Lizzie. She's in love.
Oh, dear Harlow. I'm a 5'2", blue-eyed blonde, but I'm
warned
starting...
you. Lay off.
Yeah, leave her alone. It's not her fault.
No? Why not?
Well, she can't help it. She gets a bit silly sometimes. It's a nature.
She better be all right.
Hey, you not working to regulations or something?
What?
Well, 6 sheets in an hour is not much. You have to do better than that.
Why?
As of next week, you're going to double your output.
Double?
That's right.
God, what's got into you, B?
Mr. Andrews wants me to do full-time study, but the screws reckon the laundry won't run without me. So I'm afraid you're going to have to do your work as well as mine to make it look as if I'm not needed.
Oh, yeah. You loll around like Lady Muck and we slave our guts out for nothing.
Look, I know it sounds a bit one-sided.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Do you want to spend the rest of your time in here folding sheets?
No, of course I don't, but
Okay, if this project works for me, it'll snowball. Sooner or later, you'll all be allowed to do full-time study if you want it.
Now, Bee's right. And we got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah?
Agreed?
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
We'll try.
Okay, what we're going to do is stockpile, work our guts out, show the screws what we really can do. That way they won't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, yeah, that'll bugger 'em. Come on, let's do it. Next thing you know, we'll all be be going to uni like Karen.
Oh, don't go jumping the gum. We've got a lot of hard yakka in front of us yet.
Well, it better work out for everyone, that's all I can say.
Oh, it will. Anyway, it'll give us a chance to get our teeth into something other than Vera.
How are we gonna miss that?
Oh, I don't know. Just think about it. I'll be working for Vera in a way. Well?
How do you mean?
I'll be typing up books for her boyfriend. He'd have to be blind, wouldn't he?
The bell went 5 minutes ago, and it's taken you that long to get here.
We've been busy. Hey, you know, Vera, you're looking a bit peaky.
Pardon?
I suppose the guide dog barking all night keeps you awake. We've cooked up this little scheme with you in mind, actually.
I'm warning you, Smith.
I'm going to be learning Braille typing.
You're what?
Yeah. Machine arrives next week. Just think, me, a full-time student with my own personal instructor.
Where did you hear that?
It's all been signed, sealed, and delivered by Mr. David Andrews.
Yeah, that's funny. Didn't you hear about it?
Doesn't look like she did.
There's none so blind as them who will not see.
Hey, where's Doreen?
Oh, who cares?
Oh, come on, honey.
Oh, Mouse and Hazel, I can't stand it. They're never gonna let up. They're never gonna let me forget it.
Come on now, darling. I reckon you were just a bit close to the bone, that's all.
What?
Well, you know all that stuff about the Hearts and Flowers Lonely Hearts Club? Well, they were just lonely too, you see. At least you were honest enough to admit it.
You reckon?
Of course I do. I mean, heck, we're all lonely in here. We'd have to be, wouldn't we?
Yeah, but what about me and Lizzie? I know they hate me for having censorship brought back, and they don't say anything, but I reckon I deserve it.
Now, you listen to me. It's just something you're just gonna have to put up with for the moment, that's all.
Yeah, but it's worse than the others laughing at me, and I never did it on purpose.
I know that, honey.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any difference to me.
Now, look, you know yourself that they were really desperate to get that censorship thing back, right? Well, it could have been anybody that copped it. I mean, look at Angie. She had all that pornographic stuff brought in here. What if they'd caught her? They would have hit the roof. She would have taken the blame then.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for what I've done, but Bea and Lizzie,
Darling,
they...
listen, stop it. I'll talk to Bea and Lizzie. I'll make them understand. You'll see. Come on.
Good heavens, what's the matter with you? Someone gone over the wall.
Do you know anything about a Braille machine?
What?
According to Smith, she's going to learn Braille typing full-time.
You're kidding.
Apparently, it's one of Mr. Andrews' bright ideas. He's getting in a machine and an instructor to teach Smith.
Well, who's going to supervise them? We're short-staffed as it is. I'm surprised Mrs. Davidson didn't consult us about it.
Yes, what's the use of having classification meetings if we don't have any say in these matters?
We can have a say in the matter. Don't worry about that.
How?
Well, I'm union rep. It's my duty to inform other officers of anything that affects their working conditions.
It should be very interesting to hear their reaction.
Hmm.
Ladies.
Hey, Bea, wait. What's up? Oh, it's about Doreen.
What about her?
Well, I think she's taken all this pretty hard, and I don't think it's fair.
No, she deserves it.
Now, come on. She did it because she was lonely. You're rubbing her face in it all the time.
I'm not exactly enjoying it, you know.
It's not all her fault, Bea.
That's right. It could have been any one of us. The screws were just waiting for a chance to come down on us like a ton of brick, and you know it.
Well, maybe, but she was
Oh,
responsible
come
for the
on,
censorship.
Bea. Give the kid a go. She's in there crying her little eyes out. She doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, I reckon she's learned her lesson by now, love.
No, all right, Lizzie. One of you on my back at a time is quite enough. Come on, Doreen. You can come out now. Now, you deserve, don't you? Good smack on the bum.
Hey, what are you going to do about them others? Hazel and Mouse. They're making her life a proper misery.
Yeah, well, they won't after I talk to them. You silly little drongo. Come on.
More work for you, I'm afraid. Your allotment of parole cases.
Thanks. Any developments on Chrissy Latham?
Oh, yes.
Bad news, is it?
Well, the department's not entirely convinced that Latham and O'Brien have proved themselves responsible for full custody of the baby.
Oh, well, I suppose they had their reasons.
Yes. But as a result of your report, they've made some allowances.